Oh, hello. Hello. Hmm. out of there. Cybertech. Out of there. Cybertech. Realize I had some playback there. I'm not a usual streamer, so I might not sound the most professional. I'm just doing some development streaming tonight, working on Jumpin' Jackson. Thank you for joining us, by the way, Bookie. Right now I'm making a level with these muddy creatures, and see here, this mud here acts a lot like tar, so if you fall into it you can get out of it, but it's very hard. And if you fall into this mud while one of these fellas is coming towards you, he can crush you against a wall and kill you instantly. Yeah, this is a level I'm working on right now. Jumping Jacksons. Thank you. Oh. Okay, there we go. Like I said, you can get out of it, but it's very hard to get out of there once you fall in there. Oop. Like that. I've also been playing around with the tile set. Yeah, it's a 32 by 32 scale. All these like block shapes are 32 by 32. You get a power up, which I don't have in this stage yet. I'm just experimenting with the stage. You'll get you become bigger. Like I can show you right now. Since this is a unfinished level, if you die, you just go back to the main hub. Which in the main game you wouldn't do that, but that's just how it's set up for now while it's in development. This is kind of the makeshift hub. There's some of the assets. It looks kind of barren right now, but it's, you know, makeshift. This is one of the more complete levels. Well, not more complete, it is complete. And this is what happens when your player gets large. A lot like other characters, you get a power up and you can take a hit. You're you know, stronger, a little bit taller. Duck. Oh, you can run into enemies and get hurt. Now, ideally you'll avoid the enemies so you don't get hurt. Okay, guys like those, you can jump. Transition into different rooms. See, if I was bigger, I could break that block. I'd also break these blocks if I was bigger too. I should ask, are you able to see all this pretty decently on the stream? I just realized I'm missing a tile here. There's supposed to be a tile that's goes over, that overlays on top of this. I don't know what happened there. Oh, and right there I died. Normally, if in the game, it would take you back to the beginning of the stage. But again, since this is in dev mode, it's got a few. Some of the check marks didn't get checks didn't get marked, so it doesn't act exactly the way it will in the finished product. Because if I was to operate it like that all the time, it would just take forever to get done. But see, now that I got the big character, I can break blocks. Yeah, I can collect coins and again, there should be a tile over that. I'll have to fix that in a little bit. I didn't realize I was missing. Little seagull missing. I know the chat's kind of covering part of the screen, but I don't have a second monitor or anything, so yeah. This is another stage. It shows off a few of the other mechanics. Like, if you come in here big, you'll realize you can't run through here, so you'll have to think, huh, well, I can duck. Yeah, I can, yep, I can get in there. That kind of teaches the player some mechanics of the game in a safe environment before they have to use them in a time where it might be more, you know, dangerous. Avoid that. That plant there will, if its stalk touches you, you'll get hurt. And there are also like hidden things. So like if you fall through here, the this overcoat will disappear, and you'll find a collectible. And you know, one of the sub objectives is to get all the collectibles. And this here is something I thought about removing. This here is a little bit kind of difficult for second stage. This thistle here. That there is an invincibility item. If you touch that, it would be kind of like getting a star in Mario. But I changed how it works, and I can fix it, but I haven't gotten around to updating it for all the enemies. So not all enemies work with it the way they're supposed to. It won't be hard to do. It's just a little bit of tedium. Yeah. That's more or less the basics of the game. You can also get power-ups like a fire power-up or an ice power-up. None of those stages had those, but those are there. fact, I can actually show you what those look like on I can find it. There we go. And those items wouldn't normally be there in the stage, but I just have them there for just for convenience while I'm building stages. This here is the fire power up, and this is a Forest E stage. I've been working on making the assets for that. There's a nice little touch. If it touches the grass, it'll kind of burn it. It won't have any effect. It's just like an animation. It's like, oh, hot fire touching grass. You can also, you know, burn enemies. Kind of a consistent thing I've got going is that if they burn an enemy, they'll turn into like a cooked version of food of themselves. That one I haven't finished yet. The plant. And if you leave the area for a little bit, if the enemy died, they'll respawn. That's a small little thing I gotta fix too. I don't know why it does that. Actually, I have a general idea why it does that, I just haven't gotten around to fixing it. This is the ice power up. This is used as more of a utility than an offense. It actually can't kill anything. So you see how these enemies are moving? If I was to, yeah, freeze them, they can turn them into blocks and they can no longer hurt you, and they'll act like platforms that you can go through. Oh, okay. I recently changed something here, and that's why that looks kind of funky. I gotta go back and. That's one thing about changing stuff is that sometimes you realize, oh, right, that other thing. Thank you. You can also freeze water, like you might suspect it would. These mushrooms here, different color varieties of enemies will do different things. Like these ones here will only follow you if they're in your line of sight, while these lighter purple ones will, you know, just go in a direction, and they won't really care one way or the other if you're looking at them. Like right there, they're stuck. But see, as soon as I got the line of sight, they wanna follow me. I don't have anything, any kind of interaction with the big plants yet. Although those ones are a little bit different. These ones will come up whether you're standing there or not, while the other ones. Well, the one that was over there before will not do that. He'll wait till you move until he comes back up. As you can see, the ice block will stay in midair. So, like, say there's a platform that you need to get to, and you need to bridge the gap. If there's like an enemy or something there, which you can use as a platform, you can freeze it and then jump across the. Use that as a platform to get across. And right there, that's a glitch. Well, not a glitch. It's an unintentional consequence of something I changed, but I can fix that with a little bit of. It's gonna take a little bit of time. That there's a pufferfish. If it's in your line of sight, it will puff up and towards you quicker. These plants here are the ones I was talking about, the ones that won't come up at you if you're standing on top of them. I froze that guy and I can use him to get up on this tree. Can also, oh, I missed there. I can also jump off an enemy, some as a boost. Notification setup. Like for follows and whatnot. No, I don't. I'm fairly new to streaming. I usually only do it casually if I'm working on something. I haven't got all the bells and whistles set up. Oh, you're hosting me. Thank you. Yeah, I'm using Restream, so I'm actually streaming to multiple platforms at once. That's so unless it shows up in the in this collective chat thing, I won't know about it. I could probably get a bot set up sometime for it, but I haven't taken the time to do that. These are some of my assets that I've done. These are some of the alternate costumes and whatnot for the characters. There's a female character and a male character. There's a mount that you'll see in a later level. Well, not really a mount, it'll get you through a water stage. Various enemy background tiles and whatnot. Yeah, like you saw with the fire power up, you get this like kind of mage-ish look to you. Both characters get that, and I played around with the color version of it, but in the actual game, they get this black and white snowsuit for the ice power. And I was thinking about having a water power, but I couldn't really think of a good use for it yet, so I'm gonna put that one on the back burner. If I think of one, I'll probably add it, but otherwise I might make it just an alternate costume or something that you could unlock, maybe, I don't know yet. I might make it just so it's kind of like a frog suit in Mario or something, where you could just swim better. Oh, maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have a fire stage or not. But these are Shellys and whatnot. This was a few different versions of one of the bosses. This is closest to what it actually ended up being. I was experimenting giving it arms, but I decided not to. No, there's no cheat codes. It's actually going to be a relatively easy game, so I don't think there'll be a need for it. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, like if you fry some of the enemies with the fire power up, they kind of get a cooked version of themselves. One of the things. Alright, should get back to working on this though. Let's see. I also have an alternate version of this guy here. Alright, thank you for watching. Let me know when you're back, or do what you want actually, but thank you for dropping in. Thank you for the host too. Let's see. This is all by me. I have a quote-unquote company that I'm trying to get going, but called newbinland.com, which I'll drop it. I don't think I have it in the info. I might. You can find out more about it there. It's gonna be the first game that I try to get out there proper. But yeah, this is a solo project slash solo company thingy. Thank you. So, checks, item blocks. Okay, so these have the default. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna do okay, so I'm gonna change you to -5. Gonna have you be -5. As well. Five. Yeah, these were all supposed to be -5. I guess I just never actually set them to it. So, Bruiser Kiki, how are you doing? And it's a much older version of this game. But if you're interested in playing it, and I'll tell you right now that there are some glitches in it, but that are fixed now, but in that version that aren't fixed. But if you still want to play it, you can find a demo available on the link I sent. Just go to the home page and scroll down, and you'll find the article about Jonathan Jackson. And then the link it will send you to the itch.io distributor. You can find a download link there. And yeah. And sorry if this chat thing here is kind of obstructing the view. I don't have a dual monitor set up or anything, so that's kind of just where it has to be. I might be able to get this restream thing on my phone, but I haven't looked into it. Well, I'm using Restream, so I can stream to multiple streaming platforms right now. So that's why I have this one here. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. So if okay, so he'll come down here, over here, walk down here, all down here. And he'll come down here, walk down here. That's at least what he should do. And right now we're working on a stage. This is the first stage that's gonna be introducing this mud here, which is once you fall into it, it's kind of like quicksand. It won't be very easy to get out of it. And these guys here, they won't hurt you if they touch you. However, if you're stuck in the mud and they can trudge through the mud, they'll and you get stuck in there, they can push you into a wall and crush you. And you don't want that to happen. So ideally, you won't fall into the mud. Or if you do, that you'll be able to get out of it in time. But you can also use these as platforms. You see that their heads are square, kind of like a wall block here. You'll be able to use them to traverse the mud and get to a higher platform and whatnot. Let's see how this works first. Okay, I forgot to switch to rooms. I was showing something earlier. If you haven't seen it, this is a more complete level. There's still a couple tweaks I need to do to it, but this is a better representation of what the core of the game will be. As you can see, you can get power-ups like a firepower. Got enemies that can jump. Here you see the an ice power-up. You can clear jumps. Yep. Oh. Power-ups. Or not power-up, collectibles. Freeze enemies with your ice power-up. Get to higher platforms. You can find little ways to skip portions of the game, like that way you don't have to go through all those enemies down there falling on top of you. Get here to the end of the stage. Okay. But we're gonna close that. Put that back there. Okay, now we'll show off the muddy stage. And to just let people know, I don't get certain notifications through the restream thing, and I don't have any bots set up, so if I miss something like a follow or something to that effect, I apologize. Right here, it kind of introduces you to the whole muddy mechanic. You'll find out that you can't clear this jump. So you figure, oh, I guess I can stand on this guy. Now I can make this jump. And here's a safe introduction to the mud. Nothing in it will hurt you. And you've already learned that you can jump on these muddy guys here. And because, well, okay, like I said, it's very hard to get out of there, and it's kind of like lava, but it's not guaranteed death. If you fall into a deep thing of mud, like over here, and you don't get out in time, you will die. That enemy right there died as well. Okay. Got this muddy coming over here. He's gonna... Yeah, alright. Oop, if we don't die first. Oop, nope, we got out. And we can't clear that jump. Oh, okay, I know what it is. The muddies count as a block, so yeah, that's some behind the scenes stuff that won't really be very interesting. Okay. I know what that is. Okay. I knew there was a reason I didn't do that, but yeah. I should have thought about that before I took that approach. Okay, delete 5. No, go back to 16. Okay. So, how's everyone doing tonight? Okay. A second, I gotta check something. Yeah, hot over there. I've been having the air conditioner running all day. Thank God for the person. Looking something up. Oh, overcooked the game. I'm sorry. I was thinking you meant like overcooked as in like boiling up in the heat. Sorry. Okay. I was trying to see if that Restream thing had a app or something I could have on my phone, but I didn't find one. Okay, there we go. I'm actually just gonna pull up Twitch on my phone. Twitch probably has an app. Yeah, there's one. Okay. I can remember my login information. Oh, for the love. Dang it. So I'm just trying to remember my password and get more than what it is. Alright, that's unprofessional. I'm sorry. Okay. Check this out over here. Yeah, so we could use those muddies there to get out of that pit. Now, if they had fallen on top of us, we would have died. Kind of like a thwomp or, you know, just any heavy thing just falling on top of you. Okay. Alright. Go for it. Yeah, I'm gonna put up my Be Right Back screen real quick. I'm still gonna be here, but I'm just gonna try to recover my Twitch stuff. There it goes. Ah, there it goes. Okay. Alright, what's your question? Making a game or sometimes feel unsatisfied, like I can do better. Like what I can do to make this better? There's sometimes like I have to. There's an aspect of the level that's not, or like it's usually more of an aspect of something that doesn't work exactly the way I would like it to work. And sometimes just at the given moment I just can't figure it out, and usually if I come back to it later I can like, oh okay, I can just do that, and then it fixes it, and then yeah. Unfortunately, when I first made this project I didn't plan for it to be a long-term project. I was going to work on it for about a week and then be done with it. So I made a lot of bad programming practices, and because of that, I where'd you finish though? Um, no, usually more often than not, I grind out one level at a time, and I finish that level before I start. I kind of get that level to where I want it to be, and then I move on to the next one. And usually I do a lot of testing. Like if I go run through the game and realize that, oh, you know, that's not so good, or oh, this could be better, or oh, I could probably do this. It'd probably be better for the user. Then I'll go back and change it. Excuse me. Setting. What I've been kind of doing is, as far as like starting early level, basically every time I introduce a new mechanic to the game, like say like those muddies in that mud, I try to introduce it to the player in a safe environment. So rather that's level 1, level 2, or level 43 in a different world. I don't plan to have 43 world levels in each world. Every time there's a new mechanic, I want that stage to be more or less fairly easy. Just introduce the player into that new environment and its new mechanics. And then once the player has had a fair amount of time to get used to those, there's going to be more difficult stages later in that world that use those mechanics. Okay, there we go. Got my Twitch sign going. Okay, there we go. I'll probably pull it up every now and then in case there's someone from a different platform. Yeah. Well, in my opinion, the best way for a game to handle mechanics teaching the player is that the player will be able to figure it out on their own. And that doesn't always work in some games, because there's like some games where you have like a combination of buttons or moves or whatever that the player just really couldn't figure out unless you just button mashed. But for like a simple controller game, you know, like move right, left, whatever, jumping, you know, action button, whatever. It'll let you, you know, the players should be able to figure that out relatively. They should be able to figure out what they can interact with and how they can interact with something. Let's see. Picks are going. Trying to get my phone to do that thing where you can have two apps side by side. I had to do that. But let me pull up the game, that way y'all at least have something to look at. Oh, welcome. Yeah. And second. I know I'm unprofessional right now. Ah. Okay. Figured it out. Sorta. Ah, there we go. Okay. I'm so sorry about that. I know that was unprofessional. Oh yeah, I made that in GIMP. Thank you, by the way. Go King. Go King. Hope I said your name right. Okay. Alright. Now we got this. I got the chat up on my phone and everything's proper again. Okay. Now I will say that there are some times where when I am making a level, I do have to question like, how am I gonna fill up this part of the stage? And it's sometimes hard to remember. You know, this is a platforming game. It's not an adventure game. So sometimes I make jumps way too easy, forgetting that, oh yeah, this is supposed to be focused on getting across gaps and whatnot. Plug in my headset. Let's make it sure. Does everyone sit here? Alright, thank you. Okay. You notice I have all these blocks that look like this is the mud block. When the game loads, they'll all transform into to an appropriate tile. And if, say, a big chunk here, this is something that the player can never interact with, we'll leave a tile in its place and delete the object. That way it's not taking up unnecessary space in the system, the program. And another thing about the level design aspect, that something important to keep in mind is consistency. And sometimes I catch myself with this problem, or not really catch myself with the problem, but like finding myself almost having this issue that, is that sometimes I forget, oh, right, so I have an idea for a part of the level and it's like, wait, that's not really consistent, that has nothing to do with what we've been doing. Like for example, if I was to put, you know, we've had a consistent theme of these muddies and mud being in the stage. If I was to throw in, say, a pulley system, which is like, you know, kind of like a scale. If you have something on one side and something on another, yeah, you know, it goes up and down. Which is a fine mechanic, but it doesn't really make sense in this level since that's not what we've been doing. But you can always put that kind of thing in a different level and it'll work just fine. So, how did y'all's Mario Party 8 go last night? I think y'all are also playing like Injustice. Well, in later levels, which technically, like from the game design aspect of what I've done so far, is technically the second stage. Although in the final game, will probably be like the second to last or the last stage. I'm not sure yet. But it's like a cloud and sky type stage, and there's a bunch of, you know, land masses and whatnot that are caught up in the clouds. So you kind of get a mixture of different terrains and whatnot. So, hopefully nobody disowned anybody during it. No one wants to lose family and friends over a blue shell. Oh, yes, actually. I can show you one, and I'm gonna test this first, and I'll show you one. There's only 2 bosses in the game so far, and I started redeveloping one because during the testing there was a lot of... It was functional, but there was kind of like a lot of dead time in it, where the player was just kind of waiting around. And that doesn't make for the most interesting boss. Which I'll explain more about that when we get to it. Oh. Okay, well, and this is why we do testing. That was not supposed to happen. That one was just me being bad. Okay, that portion works. Alright, I'll show you one of the bosses. Copy. Okay. Where'd I put? That's over here. There we go. The first boss is actually relatively easy, and it was based on a certain video game boss that I can't really say who it is, but you'll probably figure it out when you see it. And see, this level has a lot of those thistles, which look a lot more dangerous than they really are. Some of them aren't in places where they could ever actually touch you. These jellyfish will hurt you if they touch you. Which you probably saw just a minute ago. Redacted. Oh, sorry, I should keep forgetting that I should full screen the game, or maximize it at least. Get the collectible there. Oop. I should have looked before I leapt. Oh, okay. I need to fix this site. I didn't realize I was like that, and that over. But yeah, this is the boss. To shoot jellyfish out of his mouth. Sometimes in like a upward motion like that, and sometimes one forward towards you like that. You can also jump. Trick to him is that he'll jump whenever you jump, but he has a small cooldown on when he can jump again. And if you step on his TNT, it'll blow up the bridge he's under. And now you can just beat the stage. Oh, okay, yeah, that's a glitch. Well, not a glitch. Some of this stuff doesn't work properly because I'm doing it out of the way it's supposed to be doing. Supposed to be done. But yeah, this is one of the stages in the sky. And like I was talking about earlier about introducing something in a safe environment. You see all these like star looking things? You'll see that there's no, they don't look like something you could stand on, because you get a couple of them here, so you're like, oh, okay, they disappear when you collect them and act like coins. But you're forced to fall down here because there's nowhere else you can go. And when you stand on it, they turn into what's obviously a solid block. So you can run across it, and you can also get introduced to this note block mechanic. If I stand on this, these blocks will stay solid, and presumably as long as this timer is on. And there'll probably be an audio cue when I get done, but I don't have one at the moment. And you take what you learned in a safe environment and you apply it here. Like, okay, so if I go over here, I can get on this platform. But I might think, oh, well, every time I see this, I should step on it. But as you see here, if you do that, these won't be standable anymore. So you just realize, oh, okay, so sometimes I should not stand on the platform, or not stand on the button. And here's your first kind of puzzle aspect of it. It's not going to be a puzzle platform, but there will be puzzles in it. Although it's actually pretty simple. All you gotta do is just stay in between the blocks. I did that wrong right there, but well, losing on my own game aside. But yeah, that's more or less how that works. So what do you think of it so far? Like, just first impressions of it? Thank you. Thank you. Like I said, this is initially going to be a project of just about being able to finish something, and just the more I worked on it, the more I liked it. And I don't know if it's going to be anything that anyone ever cares about or anything, but I'm going to try to make it something, you know, something good. No. Gonna try to make it into something that someone maybe out there, you know what? This nice game. I like it. Second. There. Losing my buttons. Have a muddy come down there, land there. Actually, we're gonna have one going here too. And if the player is big, they'll just have to duck under here. Can get pushed through, or they can duck jump through. Won't be I don't think it'll be too hard of a challenge. Actually, shouldn't really be much of a challenge at all. No, give the player something to try to do. Now see, like right here, I feel like I don't really have anything too super special to do this part. Part of me would be like to be more interesting, but nothing at the moment is coming to my mind. Ooh, actually, there is something that just came to my mind. Now, there will be some elements that, like, even though it's a stage where I would consider to be tutorial, there will be hard aspects in it if it is a later level. So, like, here, there might be a mildly, not, it might be not a super hard jump, but it's one of, like, if they take it lightly, they could fall in and die. But because that's not really, that particular jump is not dependent on, there's going to be a dual protagonist, even though there will be separate characters. It's going to be the Jacksons. The male character, which you've seen, is Mark Jackson, and the female character is going to be Laura Jackson. Let's see. So that's Mark and that's Laura. I don't have a lot so far as their, like, you know, their backstory or origin or anything, but it's not going to be a super plot driven game anyway, so we gotta wing it. Ooh, okay. Yeah. This is one of those moments where, like, you know, sometimes you don't know what you want to do, and then it's like, bam, it hits you. Okay, with the mud. Further. Too hard. Alright, check this out. Now, muddy here. 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 This one is to be spiked. Okay, that was something I was fixing up from before. I knew it was an issue, and I just never got around to fixing it. This should fix it. Gonna come in here, spam a whole bunch of tiles. I thought about their origin being a family at like a circus family, and they're gonna be like the what are they? The acrobatics. But what stopped me from doing that is that their warps. I haven't really thought about that yet. Like in a game like Mario, the reason they had warps was because of the lack of a save feature. And some of them were actually kind of like left over. Ended up becoming a feature in the future games because it was kind of like a staple in the series from that point, kind of like the morph ball and excuse me, the morph ball in Metroid, where it was only implemented because they didn't want to they couldn't properly make a crouch mechanic, so they made the morph ball. And even though it doesn't really make any sense as far as gameplay anymore, they include it anyway, just so just so it stays consistent. But for this game, I don't know if I want to go down that route. I might. I'm not saying no, but I figure when I get to that point, I'll get to that point. Because there's actually a game theory episode about it. I think it's games. Where they kind of go over how the morph ball works, and turns out the morph ball is really not any smaller than just Samus just crouching down. So it's kind of useless in that regard. Ah man, there's gonna be all kinds of DLC. There's gonna be a armored horse DLC right off the bat. There's not even any horses in the game, so the DLC after that is gonna be horses. I don't think they're gonna do anything, but we'll see. Okay. No. Could go like freemium wear and be like reserve power-ups as something you have to buy in the store. Like, oh, you want this fire power-up? You can get you can get like 4 of them for $5. It's not exactly the direction I want to go, but you know, that's an option. Yeah. Well, usually they're cash grabs, but a lot of people don't understand that just coding and textures alone, just the man hours it takes to do stuff like that, it's not cheap, even if it's a small thing. Now, what I personally disagree with is when plot related stuff is hidden behind DLC. I don't think that's appropriate. But honestly, even if you did, it would still, an artist does take a lot, cost a lot of money, even if you only have 1 or 2, just to make new textures and new other kind of stuff. It's just stupid. Like, say if I wasn't doing his art, and say if I was to pay someone to do it, although, realistically, if I was working with somebody, they'd probably just be taking a portion of the profits. But anyway, say if I was to hire someone to do all the art for me or whatever, I'd probably be paying them about I can't even think of a number off the top of my head, but it'd be a stupid amount of money, and I'd never be able to afford it. Which, not that I would want to, because, art is more or less one of the reasons why I actually got into programming to begin with. Yeah. Well, the reason they do that is to give retailers, like say Walmart or what's the other one? GameStop. A lot of them will actually pay for that, so they can get exclusivity, so people will buy it from them as opposed to buying it from somewhere else. Which, I don't know how long that will continue to be a thing when brick and mortar stores get there's gonna come to a point where brick and mortar video game purchases aren't gonna be done anymore. They're gonna go the way of the CD. Which I don't think that's gonna be within the next few years, but that is eventually gonna happen. I don't know. It'll be one of those things that it'll be what it'll be. The only reason I don't suspect it will happen soon is because there's still a lot of places out there that don't get good internet. Surprisingly, they're still. I called someone in the other day for work, you know, to get a hold of them. Well, I say the other day. This was like a while back, but they were running dial-up because when I called them, their phone line had that like dial-up router sound. But that's the only. But even then, like that's gonna eventually go out. It's gonna be like Redbox, where you know it overshadowed brick and mortar stores for a while, but even that kind of got. Yeah. So because of that, that's gonna be the reason there's gonna be some, but eventually it'll just become too much, and there's just it's not gonna be a thing anymore. Tile review. What do I have you set to by default? -10. Okay. I'll add a -10. Getting some exclusive views of stuff here. As one channel puts it, you exclusive previews. I think there's just a charm to simpler games. I mean, don't get me wrong. A lot of the newer titles, I don't really play them because, well, I'm cheap and I don't like to spend $60 on one game. But a lot of them look really good, but they're all kind of just more the same. It's kind of like looking back, and while I liked N64, a lot of the games were just kind of like 60% collectathons and racing games. And I think for a lot of people, they want a game they can just pick up and put down. That doesn't take a huge time commitment. Yeah. Well, a lot of games anymore are basically turning into movies. Which, you know, is fine, I guess, if that's what you're into, but myself, that's not what I consider a game. And, you know, just like real movies, the more skin and the more blood that they show, the more popular they tend to be. And if they know that's going to make them money, they're going to keep doing that. not saying it's right, but it's how it is. I don't know. I haven't. I didn't go see the Justice League movie. I heard like very mixed reviews about it though. I heard some people said it was good, some people said it was bad, some people said it was good despite it being bad. Thank you. Oh. Yeah. I gotta fix this, all this stuff here. Oh. Turns out you can make that jump. If you're not careful here, you could slip into that tar. Oh, mud. Wait a second. Oh, my muddies. They went off screen. Well, the thing is, they're making it for people besides the people who already like it. I mean, it's easy to get people who already like something to like it if you do it one-to-one, but oh, well, that's annoying. You're the one that's wrong. Good. Six. Okay. Oh, I'm fixing the tiles. They weren't done proper. It's my fault. That was fine. Being indecisive, it's not good. Okay. Here, put you there. Okay. Now, buddy. I don't dislike Mega Man, but I'm not good at it. Just really, really, really bad. If I was better at them, I'd probably enjoy them. The only one that I played was the Zero Mega Man series, and that one was hard. I only beat that one because I played on easy mode. No, let's not do that. You mean like the 8-bit ones? Yeah, it'd probably help, especially for people who aren't the most amazing at it. Which I may or may not fall into that category. Oh, nice. The collection is reasonable. I might check it out. Yeah, the only thing I always hated about them is that they were really, is rather the stage was really hard or the boss was really hard, and it's like you only get so many chances to fight the boss before you die, so it's like very hard to keep track of what their pattern is. My cousins always had those games, and it's like, you know, went over there and played them. Of course, that was like the X series. I don't know, I just always got my butt kicked. And they made, the guy who made those games made the Mighty Number 9, but I guess it wasn't very well received. So from a level design and you know, honestly to the visual design, Mega Man has always been pretty good. I'm dead. I heard them say something regarding anime, but I wouldn't think they'd make fun of him. I mean, they made a Mega Man and a Zero anime, so that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I mean, I don't really. I don't know. I think people are just being a little bit sensitive. That's actually kind of funny. But you know, it's okay to laugh, people. You gotta laugh. Not everything's a personal attack. Well, pretty much any game is going to be delayed. You see this this one right here with the red brambles coming out of it? You're not gonna want to touch him. Which, you know, probably goes without saying, but granted, I ended up dying the normal way you would, but besides that, I don't know. Like I said, I didn't follow the dev process too much. Honestly, at the time, I kind of just thought, you know, they're probably gonna get shut down by Nintendo, but nothing ever happens. I'm like, okay. But I don't know. The only thing I didn't think was fair that I heard was people said it didn't deliver the Mega Man experience that they were expecting. Like it looks exactly like the trailers. Like when they made the trailers for the games, it looks exactly the way it did when they first advertised it. That is not a fair statement. Like, I don't know. I think a lot of people out there just want to complain. It's just my going theory. Well, I don't know. Again, I didn't follow the whole thing, so I don't have any real nothing to contribute to it. But the only other thing that I heard about that was people said for as much budget as they got, they should have made a better game. I'm like, you know, y'all decided to keep giving them money after the goal was over. Y'all can't get mad at them because they didn't deliver more than what they promised. But like I said, I think it just really goes down to people just want to have something to complain about. Yeah. Well, the thing is, Mega Man was never going to go anywhere. They're always going to periodically make a new Mega Man title. It's just... I don't know. And, you know, as good as this Infune guy was at making games, I'm like, he's not the only one out there who can make a good video. Somebody else can make a good Mega Man game, or even a better Mega Man. Yeah, I don't want to disrespect the guy, because yeah, obviously he's good at his craft, but... Oh, hey Tort. How's it going? This is Taurus Gaming. He's also got a YouTube. YouTube. He does have a YouTube channel. He's got a Twitch channel. He does a lot of Osu and a lot of League of Legends. Clean channel. Just check him out if you like good content like that. Well, if you want to sink $1 billion into it, I'll be starting a Kickstarter in the not too distant future. Shameless plug. It's still a shameless plug if it's on my platform. I don't know what the social etiquette on that is. Alright, well, I appreciate the thought. There we go. Yeah, he's got some thorns sticking out of him, which aren't actually part of his body. He just gets, like, the whole deal with these creatures is that there's a creature underneath them, but they pack mud and dirt on them very thickly, and then sometimes some of them got like little briars and thorns stuck in them. Which is too hard to like hurt them because their hides are so thick, and the mud protects them. Oop. Okay, well, died there. You know, that's what this level needs. It needs more coin blocks. There's a severe lack of coin blocks in this level. Oh. No, I don't know what it says when you keep dying in your own game, but good thing there's no video evidence of it. Completely chill. No panic. So he can still clear that jump. Okay, gotta get at this without dying. And we did it. Oh, huh. Okay, I discovered an issue. Embarrassing. And I know exactly why it's doing that. Okay, so how this works is that in order for you to be registered as being crushed, the top of your head and the bottom of your the top of your sprite and the bottom of your sprite need to be in the ground, or need to be simultaneously colliding with the ground. And I'm just ever so slightly taller, so the top of the sprite's not being touched by the wall blocks. See, if I duck, and then I will die. I'm gonna have to fix that, obviously, but. I gotta fix that too, I forgot. Okay, what's that? Um, let's see. Okay, here. Minus plus desktop plus 4. Jeez. Alright, that should well, should fix it. What? Okay, not sure why that's a thing. Might be something I forgot. Great code here, guys. I promise. Okay, that still works. Now, if oh. Dang it. Ah, freedom. Hey. Find out if we get crushed. Okay. We're gonna make this easier on ourselves, I should begin with. No, that is not an efficient way to code that. What in the world is wrong with me? I'll clean it up. Come on now. Can't you kill me? Alright, we'll try +8. Alright, thanks Bookie Gaming. Have a good night. God bless. Hope to see you again. I'll be sure to catch your stream again. Hope your storm passes. Aha! Victory! I can be defeated. Yes, I'm victorious because I can be defeated now. Should still be able to do. Okay, good. Good. Actually, on that note, I think we're gonna call it a stream. Thanks everyone for watching, and back to second. Yeah, alright. Thank y'all again for watching, and sure to come back here again sometime. Oh, gotta play back. Have a good night. God bless. I like good stuff. It's fun.